we're in the soldering stage of the build here. That's the flight controller. I'm here with my buddy Dwight.
Hey.
What's up? To help me solder because I suck in soldering.
No.
So I asked him, I suck, dude. No, I suck. So that's why I asked Dwight. So what are we doing first, man?
Okay, well, the first thing we're going to do, we've got our upgrade motors right here that we're going to go with that have no plug at all on them.
Okay.
And then we've got these are the stock motors that have been removed from
Yep.
the Nano QX FPV. We're going to salvage this plug off of here and splice it onto there, basically.
Cool. Tiny, man. Tiny.
So it is tiny. The shrink tube we're using is really a little bit too big.
Okay.
They make some smaller stuff that's a little bit bigger than a toothpick. That's really what we need, but I just wasn't able to find some, so I'll show you a little shortcut that'll help you get by that too. So the first thing we got to do is cut these plugs off.
All right. What are we using? Oh, just the regular.
Just regular little dikes. You're going to leave a little bit of a lead on it. I don't know. You can vary that by how much ever you want.
Yeah, it's just tiny, man. It's massive. Okay.
Okay. Normally I would probably cut them all off at one time and do them all at once, but we're going to do them one at a time here just to kind of give
and just to let you
a
guys
better
know,
story.
Dwight is wearing this magnifying.
Yeah, I
magnifying
highly
glass.
recommend these things,
Yeah.
you know.
So this is how we can see those tiny wires.
And all we're going to do really to remove the end of this is you don't need special wire clippers or anything. Just come in here with your nails, grab it, and it'll come in a minute.
It's all good. Take your time. Don't rush.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, see, we just got a little bit of wire, and that's really all you need.
That's it. Okay.
I don't know if you can see that much.
Got it.
All right, see if I can do a little bit better job on this one.
Okay. So just finger.
Yeah, I'm just using my nails to kind of nip off a little bit of the insulation.
Okay.
These are being really difficult. There we go.
Okay.
I got a little bit more.
Nice.
And then you're just going to kind of spin them around a little bit to make sure you wrap in any loose pieces of the wire strands that are sticking out.
Got it.
Okay.
Really meticulous. Okay. So
Now we're going to come in here. The first thing we're going to do is tin them. Kind of put a little bit of solder on each of the ends as opposed to just holding them together and trying to hunk a bunch of solder in there. So I'll pull one back at a time here.
Tinning.
And it literally, you're just going to touch this to the solder iron and then put a little bit of solder on the top of it. And I don't know if it shows up in the camera, but
I think it is.
yeah, you know, you can see it's all covered in solder.
Just like the smoke.
I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. It's too bad. It's really a shame. All right, so anyway, so that's tinned.
Okay.
Now we got to check the ends of the other motors over here and determine if they've been pre-tinned or not.
Okay.
In this case, looks like they have been. That's very nice. They're actually already
These
tinned.
are Hubsan motors.
Yeah, the 8.5s, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're going to get serious power out of these things.
Okay. I'm scared.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and probably just hit it just a little bit more, and I just kind of stuck it in there a little bit. And, got that?
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to untwist this a little bit more, because we want to slide down our shrink tube on this to cover the whole thing up when we're all done.
Cool.
So, again, this is the wrong size shrink tube. You should be using a way smaller shrink tube than this.
But that's all we got, man.
Yeah,
that's all we got.
This is it. So I'll show you a shortcut that puts flush in the game that will get it to work for you.
We'll take it, man.
All right.
Okay.
Now we're just going to go black to black and white to white.
Okay.
So, get these squared away here. I'm going to put a little bit better blob of solder on the end of this just so it kind of domes up a little bit here. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay. And you're just going to kind of get the two wires, and we're just going to come in here and hold them together over it. So I've got them held together, sticking them in the solder. Oh, I didn't get too close there. Hold it back. It'll get a little bit hot. That's a little bit of a rough edge on it, but it's a good solid solder.
Okay.
And then we'll slide the shrink tube up in a minute. You do the other one.
Man, you really need that magnifying glass.
Yeah, it really is helpful on that.
Yeah. And that's it?
That's it for soldering them.
Holy smoke, that was quick. Okay.
You know, now we just got to kind of get the shrink tube over it.
Okay.
A lot of times I'll use clear shrink tube. You can kind of see exactly when you got it perfectly centered.
I like blue.
Blue's good.
Yeah.
I got the pink lighter. Anyway, and then now, you know, they make special heating guns for this you can get, but really just a butane lighter. Don't get it in the flame. Hold the flame down below it. Kind of hit one then the other. You're going to roll them over a little bit, and here's where the skin comes in the game because it's a little bit tight. If I pinch them together like that, you get the ends to close down when you're using a little bit bigger shrink tube. But you got to figure too now that this is going to add a little bit of weight more than another shrink tube would, so you really should try to get the right size.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
Sweet,
That's
man.
one.
That's one. Okay.
That's
3
one.
more to go, and we should be good. Awesome.